Welcome to CLIQ Sports. My name is Cersei and we are here. As you know, Charlie, we are, as in local panels, we are the crescendo of the sports season. And yes, everything is grinding slowly to the. We are separating the boys from the men. We are separating the wheat from the chaps. Both here in Ghana and somewhere else in Europe, more things are happening. So we're talking about EPL, local GPL, Italian leagues, Bundesliga, so much more, all in just 45 minutes or 30. So, but remember, the channel is on YouTube, SJ CLIQ TV. What you can do is you subscribe to us, you comment, you share, let the good news keep going. Join the CLIQ. We are CLIQ, so try and join the CLIQ. Let's do this together, Charlie. That's the whole thing. So I have my guys in the house, as you know them already. They are sport experts in their own right. They say it as it is, without fear or favor. Like I say, welcome to the Unia Berryman Reginald Koi. We have a call.
Charlie, we have a call.
Yeah, I'm going to come in.
Charlie,
Koyi. I miss you.
Oh, Charlie.
Fantastic. Unia Berryman, speaking near Apple for near Kumo, you're bad, so. Oh, yeah, we can wait.
Let's say you won't.
They say, "Come on, you be more. One trust, I see more."
Or the banner to noise the
We say, "We get in Boko. Why you in Boko? What the man still pay? Bog on account." Nice. So, guys, we are very passionate about our local league, GPL or virtual GPL, they call it these days. But it looks like our two top teams in Ghana, Accra Folk and Ashanti Kotoko, they just can't get it right. It's like hot and cold. If this season they got it right, the following season they will mess it up as if something else. What exactly is going on? Is it administrative, or we just can't? They can't just figure their way out. Let me start with.
I would say it's a combination of factors. You can't blame administration.
Okay.
For Ghana football, it's a collective responsibility. Even the pitch on which we play the ball itself. Infrastructure is mainly. If you go to other places where we have been comparing ourselves to, majority of the infrastructure belongs to the states.
But one of our big men, Mafia, said the pitch in Kumasi is better than all the pitch in Europe.
Excuse me. Let's talk sense. Excuse me.
Okay.
Let's talk. For Professor Chumese, he's a politician.
Oh, okay.
It's a square peg in the round hole.
Okay.
Everybody knows.
Okay.
Everybody knows. If you ask him one question, he will use 3 hours to answer.
Okay.
But he's a professor. Is it? Let's just leave Professor Chumese. It boils down to it's a collective. As I was saying, it's a collective of factors. This time around, the so-called small things. If you look at Kotoko and House players, they are evenly distributed. Because right now, if a player wants to go to abroad, the player doesn't need to play Kotoko or House.
Oh yes.
If the player plays for Liberty, he can go abroad. Even this time around, even division players, teams are transferring players even more than Kotoko and House. But those days, if you don't play Kotoko or House, you are not traveling, or you are not playing the national team. So it's also part. I said first is infrastructure. And infrastructure is the state.
Yeah.
If even you go to abroad, it's not every club who has its own stadium.
Yes.
So the infrastructure is from the state. There are some pitches on which we play the football. It's appalling. It's nothing to write home about. It's a factor. And when we come specifically to Kotoko and House, rather the duopoly is no more because of the quality of players. The players are evenly distributed. If you go to Indiana, you get quality players there as Kotoko and House. So if the player wants to choose between Kotoko and Hearts, and you know that when I play Ghana 2 years, I will be able to go outside. The player will come. And right now,
money is even better.
Right now, Kotoko and Hearts are buying Division 1, Division 2, free agents. When it comes to administration, the least we talk about them, the better, because for about so many years now, House of Folk administration, one thing everybody is crediting Togbe for is infrastructure. For infrastructure, he's getting there. If you go to Pobiman, but football is resource oriented.
That's what made the fans happy.
You get what I mean? You will get more fans when you are winning.
Yes.
If you have stadium, if you have infrastructure and your team is not winning, I bet you it will be difficult for your fans to troop to the stadium. So for their poor results, it's not shocking. For me, it's not shocking too, because when you want to win the league and you can't win 3 matches on a row, forget about it. And this time, everybody has made it a point in time that they will win their home matches. So if you want to win, see Man City, when it comes to your home, he will beat you. This is a mark of someone who wants to take the league. That's the difference between City and Arsenal. Whilst Arsenal will be struggling with some matches, City will just walk over and go. So I say that it's the quality of players and management-wise too. They don't take good decisions.
They don't take decisions. The same issue on board. Our 2 biggest clubs can't seem to get it right. What exactly is the problem? AS Bamako can come to Accra and come and score. AS Bamako is nowhere near Kotoko Accra as a folk.
As Above said, it's a combination of factors. Very true. Administratively, footballing, whatever. It translates from the top to the bottom. There are problems with the administrative side.
Okay.
The way Toby is handling things, some people are not happy.
Okay.
Recruitment, the quality in the side is not there. It's not there yet. Seriously, because when you compare power sides of Accra House of Folk and you just oppose it to this side, there's a huge difference. It's a huge difference. So you don't expect to get that kind of results. And now the league is also very competitive.
Yes.
Very competitive. First, teams like Indiana will not be able to beat Hearts and all that. But the players are more or less evenly distributed. All the teams are able to spend and acquire quality players. So they are able to get results. That's why this time Indiana is able to top the league. You understand?
Yeah.
Infrastructure wise, Hearts are doing well, but there's still a lot of work to be done. Yeah. The players, I don't know whether there's no motivation after they won their first league title in 12 years. There's no motivation there again to challenge or what.
Because you have not been me to Africa. I've done anything better in Africa. You lack motivation. Whilst you are being paid to
because
the main reason why we are facing this problem is the exodus of players. They don't have money to maintain a good player for 3 years. So this time the players playing for Kotoko, those days they should be playing Liberty, Indiana, and this. That's why you see that maybe my friend is saying the league is competitive. If we rank our league among Africa, we are 27. Botswana, Tanzania league is not, because Tanzania now, Simba can come and grab our best player in the season. One season, Mukwala, last season he was a top scorer. He's in Egypt now. We can't just keep one good player. So for more than 2 seasons, just imagine that those players that have been going for free at House of Folk, those players were to be around for even 5 years.
Yeah. Like
they will go and pick Division 1 players. These are the players which Liberty, Adriana, those people have to purchase. We are now chasing the same players with them. So the play will be the same. But for House of Folk, you should play maybe 3, 4, 5 years before you move out.
Yes. And you can see that it looks like there's no particular plan in place.
Exactly.
maybe you can decide that, oh, I have a 5-year project, a 10-year project. So this is how we are going to work towards it.
Okay.
It's like once something is not working, immediately we have to change the coach. Some of the players have to be sold and not. So it becomes very, very difficult for there to be progression. So when there's no progression, always when there's a problem, you always come back to square one. You always come back to square one. It's not going. It's not really helping.
Not going to help. Well, so that is just about it for GPL. Our top clubs, they just can't get it right. We can only have our say. The best is those who are investing in these clubs should do the right thing, because we want the best for Ghana football. Having said that, somewhere in Europe, something miraculous, fantabulous, unbelievable. Well, let me don't jump again. It seems like for a very long time, Manchester City is on their way to break what United fans are bragging about. Oh, treble. It's like City gradually is inching towards that. Do you foresee City doing it? Because that means they will win against Real Madrid.
Treble as including the
Champions League, FA Cup.
Okay. Oh, back minus they will do it double minus the Champions League. I thought that you are talking about local, but Champions League, they will take it out. Take the Champions League. But when we mentioned City, I thought we were talking about the England alone.
When they are constructing road, it doesn't reach your house. You say, oh, this road is very straight. When you reach your house, no.
The Champions, for the Champions League, they can't. Let's take out the Champions League. But for any cup at all in England, they will take it. They will take it.
Yeah, take it. But
they don't have any opposition in England to face them. Just like unlike the Champions League, they've met their meter now. So last stop.
Yeah,
We
sure.
are not talking about Champions League. But if you want us to go there,
we talk about it.
the semi-finals is their
We
last
are
stop.
talking about their possible of winning the treble.
Even that one is possible when Real Madrid is beatable.
Oh,
Real
yeah.
Madrid is beatable. It's only that when the Real Madrid has gotten to, as a time as the match hasn't been played yet, it will be difficult for me to say that. And I'm a Madrid supporter. You don't expect me to say that City will eliminate us. Just like that.
Okay.
But it's capable. But for England, yeah, the two left in England, they will take the league. They will take the FA Cup. So the only thing left with them is and the champions, if they're able to eliminate Madrid, automatically they will take it. Because Inter or AC, any one of them they will meet.
Sometimes those two they come back straight.
Just as Madrid can frustrate them.
Okay.
If AC Inter can frustrate, the king of Champions League, you say I shouldn't say they can't.
Okay, yeah.
But for the two cups in England, yeah, I've been telling you that now they are just langers. They can't do anything.
Man City, they are in the form of their lives.
Okay.
And usually, Man City, during this stretch, that's the end of the season. That's where they're able to peak. Their form is really serious. Arsenal has made it very easy for them in the league. When Arsenal couldn't beat Southampton, I knew that's when I realized that Arsenal will not be able to compete for the league title with Man City. For the league, I thought they've already wrapped it. FA Cup, playing against Man United. Man United will say they've beaten Man City this season. And going to Wembley, it could be anybody's game. But when Man City turn up, we know Man United will not be able to compete with them.
Sure.
Coming to the Champions League, it's always going to be an interesting game because Madrid, when it comes to the Champions League, they are a different animal. They have the character, everything, the quality to be able to beat Man City. But last season, based on what happened, Man City were just missing something, a little. And I think that's what they have now.
Now they have
in Erling Haaland.
Okay.
Because Man City during that match created chances, they couldn't bury them. And Haaland is the answer to that. So if Madrid play anything less than their best, I think
We found one.
yeah, Man City will be eliminated, and the treble is very, very, very much on course.
Very, very much on course. Having said that, having the treble much on course, we'll go for commercial break. We'll be right back. Welcome back onto the show CLIQ Sports. My name is Ceci. I'm hanging out with Mia Berman, Regina Kui, aka Gamanche, aka investment advisor, aka money investor, aka Uweji Wenisu. Divina Mindibi, chop make a chop. Nina, aka the aka Tukini Amphophonie. Kumo. They are all here with digesting the issue just for your enjoyment. But remember, when you chance upon our video, the best you can do for us is to subscribe to the channel SJ CLIQ. It's on YouTube. Follow us on any other of the social media platforms. You can send us Twitter messages and we will respond just as you send it to us. Okay, and if you have a question about investment advice, local bits, any other thing, just drop at the comment section. It's for you. Drop your comments there. We'll give you the answers as you know already. So guys, what exactly happened to us now? Let me start with Regina. What happened to us now? Because I was full of confidence to at least nip this one in the bud.
Arsenal just lost form at the most crucial part of the season.
Okay.
Seriously. And I think the pressure.
The injury to Saliba.
No, it's more than that.
More than that. Okay.
Yeah. The pressure has got to them.
Okay.
Because 2-0 up at Anfield, 2-0 up at West Ham, and you can also beat bottom club Southampton. That means you are not ready to compete for the title. And let's not forget, this Arsenal team is a very, very young team. I think the youngest team in the league. Yeah. They haven't been in this position before. They peaked very, very early because they were never predicted to be in this title race.
The race in the first place.
Yes, they were never expected to be here. They got here and they couldn't take the opportunity. So even though maybe they are not going to win the league, they shouldn't be too hard on themselves because they punch above their weight.
Okay.
Seriously. They really punch above their weight.
Arsenal, the world under pressure.
For me, it was expected. I've been saying it was just a matter of a matter of time. Like, it was expected. I all along, I didn't have that feeling Arsenal was going to take the league. Arsenal, because you see, when you are running and someone is chasing you, it depends on if you turn and you see the person who is chasing you. It will tell you to run faster or just give up. There's someone who you know that when this person, if I don't stop and he gets me, he will kill me. So let me just stop and I just beg him to forgive me.
They decided to stop.
To stop. Because the hit Man City were putting on them. And it was so they even allowed Man City.
Man City have been in this position so many times.
Thank you. And as my brother said, for Man City, when it's getting to the latter part of the season, that's where the fire comes. So even this one, if Arsenal were to be in Liverpool, if Liverpool were to be in Arsenal's position now, that was when we would say that, oh, for Liverpool and Man City, they've been in this situation before. So maybe Liverpool will give Man City tough time. They won't allow them to bypass them. But for Arsenal, they only have first 11. They don't have bench. So when they have one or two injuries, now Man City, Ramirez, this day he has been on the bench. But when he comes to Arsenal, he will start. He will play all the matches. So me, it was long overdue. I was expecting this, but they've done well. If they're able to keep this team for next season, they'll do something better. But honestly, when we started the league and we were talking about top four, nobody had it.
Arsenal, yes.
Somebody already. But then they just planted to deceive. They just deceived their supporters. They gave them hope that maybe something was coming to come from Nazareth.
But it never came. It never was. Well. So the Champions League is all in the semi-finals, and City one more time be up against Real Madrid.
The owners of the Champions League.
Very well.
The landlords of the Champions League.
Very well.
The citizens of the Champions League.
Very well.
Address them properly. At least.
And as we all say, it was this same kind of form City was in last year. As to what happened, what didn't happen. Real Madrid also like picking their form in games. So you can just decide that within 5 minutes we want to play this Champions League and win it, and we'll score you 3-2 goals in that 5 minutes, and then we'll go back to sleep. But there's a news coming out of Madrid, which is a bit concerning, that their injury room seems to be out for like 6 weeks, 2-3 weeks. Modric is injured. Do you think without Modric, Real Madrid can edge it over City?
It's not going to be easy at all. It's not going to be easy at all. But Ceballos is a good player. He can replace him. But whether you have the same effect as Modric, that will be another question. Because Man City's midfield, the quality there is crazy. You have De Bruyne, Rodri, and the likes. Can you compete with them? He'll be a very big miss because he's experienced and he's a world-class player. He's a world-class player. So if really he's injured, Charlie, Madrid, Misumam.
What?
But Madrid is a Champions League team.
Yeah.
That's what I fear about Madrid.
Okay.
When all the odds are against them, that's when you just get up and within 1-2 minutes they can surprise you. But honestly, I feel deep down, their time is up.
They deserve to know
Yeah,
that.
I feel their time is up. They can't win the Champions League forever. Yes. Yes. They can't win the Champions League forever. And this is Man City's best chance.
Of winning.
Yes.
Yo, so now that you can't win it forever, no? What is your defense and you don't win it forever?
Those times, if you get school, somebody they chop first. You see, someone, you just don't like the person, you have some, they be on nobody first. That's the person's problem. The reason why so many people don't like Madrid, but if you book, you for chop first. Real Madrid, Modric, it's a big blow. But we have one spirit. When we get into that spirit, anybody at all will replace Modric. You see, this first and second leg, mark it on the both legs. City will play all the ball, but Madrid will qualify. We will come here after this semi-finals. You tell me that I said it. After that, we qualified. You know what they will say? Pep Guardiola overthinks. Madrid
On the wall. Well,
I'm not talking.
okay, we'll be going for the first time in a very, like in 6 years or more than 6 years, we're having an Italian club in the Champions League final. But before then, the Milan derby, it's like a war. Who is going to win that match?
But for that match, but one thing too this season I've realized is the Italian soccer is coming back. But if you go to the Europa, you have Juventus.
Juventus, I think they're out.
Juventus is not out.
No, they are still in.
They've qualified.
And then
Roma is playing and Roma. And if you go to the conference, you have Lazio
I
and
think Fiorentina.
Fiorentina. So this season, I think Lazio is out there. I think Italy is doing something. Italian football is doing something. It's doing something. Look at Napoli. So they came all the way to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. But for the Milan derby, it's going to be a real tough match. Tough match. But one thing you should expect when you are playing Champions League, we have the class, a group of people, and AC Milan belongs to
They
that.
know how
They
to
know.
play.
You see how Napoli was performing in the Italian league. Most connoisseurs thought they were going to eliminate AC Milan. For Champions League, it's a different language. So for me, the two of them, Inter Milan too, they've won the Champions League before. So, but then when it comes to the Champions League, I will go for AC Milan.
Go ahead.
I'll go for AC Milan.
Reginald, that was the Milan derby first before the final.
I think they've already met 3 times this season. Inter have the upper hand, but this is the Champions League. Anything can happen because Napoli had beaten AC Milan in the league, but when it came to the Champions League, it was completely different.
Okay.
So it's going to be very, 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 very tough. But when you compare the two sides, Inter Milan have more quality, no doubt about that.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether AC Milan on the day can play above themselves and can surprise everybody. But Inter, for me, starts at favorite.
That's favorite. Well, as we all know, the job that a lot of coaches have walked away from. Well, oh, I know that it looked like our own Pochettino. Something tells supporters don't want to hear, but whatever it is, the money is not for you. The person the money is for.
You are only a supporter. The team is not even for you. You can choose to use the team for rugby. You play rugby.
So it's like they are going to get it's like they are going to get Pochettino as their head coach. Poch at Tottenham at a point in time was very promising. With this group of players that Chelsea seems to have, you think you can still make something out of them and get them to that level that even taking Spurs to Champions League final? They were competing at some point with City, beating City in Champions League. I mean, all those things have happened before with Pep, Pochettino. So
you can't tell. But personally, if I was like I have the advantage or the chance to advise to I wouldn't have gone for Poch. I wouldn't. See what he did at Tottenham. It was within a number of. If Chelsea are not going to allow you to, they are not going to. They signed Porter for 5 years or so.
Yeah.
How many years did this man?
Oh, 3 months or 4 months.
You see, for Tottenham, they gave him that
Longer
time, and I'm not sure Chelsea is going to do that.
Have that time.
And I'm not sure too that when Poch immediately he comes, things will start going. You see, what I've been saying this thing always. Chelsea has made very, very quality purchases. For that one, nobody can tell me these players are not quality. What they need is a good manager. A manager that when he steps to the dressing room, when the players is a boss about. It's not a manager that the players will even think they have ego more than him. What? You see, at this time, if you say you have money, bring the bank. That just as people have been buying players out of contract, buy coach. Go for Mourinho, go for Zidane. Show the people that you have these two coaches. Any one of them, if they are on the bench of Chelsea, even the players will kill themselves for the coach. So
about
for
Champions League and this.
you see, for Poch, even look at Zidane. When Zidane comes to the dressing room and come and stand in front of you, and say, what are you guys doing? And he's even insulting you guys.
You have been there before.
He has been there. When he was playing, you were watching him on the television, and you were praying that you want to be like him. You see, for me, I see Chelsea's problem to be managed, and they should get this thing. They should get next season. They should get it right once and for all. But from the direction they are going, it doesn't. If he is the one coming next season, I don't see any positive. Because they have the players. They have more players on loan, which they will be coming. Nkunku is a Chelsea player. Yes. And if he comes, you just need a coach with ego to control all these
Yes,
stars.
and that will be it. Chelsea and yes, Chelsea.
Coach.
You see, I don't know whether you remember, but I've always been saying that with this situation Chelsea find themselves in, things will get worse before it will get better.
Okay.
Are they ready? Are the Chelsea fans ready?
I don't think they are.
Because
I don't think they are.
whatever is
They are
happening, it's going to take time before they bounce back. They shouldn't expect that things will just change in just one season or
I think
overnight.
they are fixated on the success spell of Abramovich and how he came and then get the team get
And
a
it's
charismatic
normal. It's normal. Once you are used to winning and all of it, as compared to Arsenal, this title that Man City have taken from Arsenal, for Arsenal supporters,
Yeah,
but for them, even where they've got into, it's an achievement.
Yeah.
Even they play second.
Every cycle, in one way or another, comes to an end. They shouldn't be thinking they will always be winning. It will get to a time you lose form, you have to go and restructure and come back. Chelsea in the summer have to do things right. They have to get things right. Firstly, the manager, I don't know, but I don't trust Pochettino. Because they feel they have young players who he can control.
Okay.
They think he's the best person to get now.
But some people, do they have the time for him? Like, do they
Chelsea have too many players. They have to train their squad. They have about 31 players or so now. It's too much for a coach to handle. How many of them will play?
No, that's
Yeah, they have to train it to about 21, 22. So that you have your first and second 11. Some of them will play week in, week out. Some of them will be on the bench. Some of them will play in cup competitions. So Chelsea really have to get this preseason right. They have to get this very right. It was a mistake appointing Lampard. We all know his record is not that good. Whether as an interim manager or as a permanent manager, it's not that good. But all the same, they went in for him. And they are seeing the results. They are suffering.
They are still 1 point away from avoiding relegation.
Yeah.
Up to now, they can't avoid that relegation.
Today,
But they've done their calculation.
today my producer was
They said
calculated.
if
He said
they lose
if they lose all their matches, they
they
are still not going to play relegation.
Wow. So guys, Charlie, so that has been it. It has been a fun having hanging out with you, Charlie. Sports news, Bundesliga, EPL, Champions League, and everything else in between. But before we go, take it back to my guys. Now, guys, Charlie, very long weekend. Now, I didn't even know Monday was a holiday until. Yeah. So it's Workers' Day, so we're having a very long weekend. Charlie, weekend we're at the same.
Oh, Charlie, okay, there's only maybe one or two be, but many madam be shifi.
Fantastic. Relax. Solid. Fantastic. Oh.
Young brother, die I'm going for birthday.
But you say, you're going to deal responsibility
Alongside KD.
Yeah.
Man, the
That job.
everything responsible.
Responsibly. Not under the age of 80.
Yes.
No. So guys, there you heard it from my guys. Remember my uncle, remember my Regina Quick Gaman Chair. So yeah, remember we are on YouTube, CLIQ TV. You can go on, subscribe, chance upon this video, any of our videos. Remember, subscribe to the channel, share, like, comment, and press the bell notification icon so that anytime we post new content, you get the notification. We are right up with you. Remember to keep your faith. Bye bye. We'll see you in the capital.